Welcome to the Nehemiah Entrepreneurship Community Podcast, or now called the Nehemiah Business Lifecycle Podcast. I'm here with my good friend, Jay Gilberg. Jay, first, welcome. Is this your first time on the podcast, right, Jay?
Yes, it is. Thank you, Patrice. Good to see you.
Welcome to the good to see you. Well, Jay is here because of Members Month. Each year at this time in November, we do a special focus on Members Month where we honor our members, provide different opportunities for engagement, and provide different rewards for engagement. We also have great membership discounts, so it's a good month to become a member because you get 10% off if you upgrade your membership or engage as a member. And so it's a great month to become a member. And of course, it's also in America, Thanksgiving week. Jay, happy early Thanksgiving.
Thank you. Thank you.
Jay, before we get into your story and who you are, so what is your Thanksgiving tradition? As you look at Thanksgiving, what's your Thanksgiving tradition?
It's been typically just the turkey and mashed potatoes. My wife being from Mexico now, I guess maybe we can wrap them in a taco shell, maybe to make it really fun.
I love it. I'm still trying to see that picture, right? Tacos with turkey and mashed potatoes. I love it. I love it. Well, let me talk a bit about Jay. So, Jay, you've been a member of the community. Is this your first full year or your second year? First full year.
First full year.
Yes, you're in a newbie. So Jay has been with our community for about a year now. He's a wealth management advisor, and Jay is with Northwest Mutual. Jay pretty much helps individuals to address matters of their financial health, financial wealth, and providing them with solutions to help them deal with their estate planning and their long-term financial viability. Jay, let's talk a bit about your company first in terms of what you do and the kind of clients you might have.
Patrice, thank you. Yes, it really comes down at the end of the day of just educating individuals for making smart choices with their money. And it's pretty simple. There's so many different choices and things keep changing. So it's really as a service, we work with our clients from a planning standpoint to see how all those pieces fit together for their benefit and for their goals that they're shooting for.
I like the emphasis, educating clients to making smart choices with their money. Jay, we have a course called Passive Income, a series called Passive Income Continuum. We have a course called Number the Job Royal and the Passive Income Continuum. But with that course, a lot of time we invite people like yourself into the class as guest speakers to help our members understand, now that you have this knowledge, how do you act on it? How do you use the extra monies you've been able to budget? How do you plan for the future in terms of your money on the financial planning side? So let me ask you, when you think about, so what are some smart choices that you might, I know that every client is different, but give us kind of some principles of smart choices when you're helping clients, a grid, a framework, or whatever that you might use to help people make those smart choices.
Patrice, thank you. It's really, a blank canvas in terms of working with someone. It's really all about what the person themselves is looking to achieve. And then from there, we're able to put the pieces together. I sometimes overuse this analogy, but if I was an architect and somebody looking to build their dream home, we would first draw up a plan before we'd start buying the doors and the windows. And it seems oftentimes that it's just the reverse. Somebody will either hear or see about something and they will make a choice. But the question is, okay, well, that's great. That's wonderful. How does it fit in with everything else that you may want to achieve in life? And that's where we center in on the planning to help those pieces come together.
I love it. I like that vision you just gave us. I think about as a business coach and as a Nehemiah, we emphasize on the success plan, strategic plan, pitch deck, operation plan, about planning before entrepreneurs make choices. I guess the same thing matters for finance, doesn't it? Because if you make a financial decision without thinking through both short term and midterm implication, thinking through your overall estate, you first you may not make the right decision. Second, you may not even know if that decision you made is right one or the wrong one. Is that kind of what I'm hearing you say?
Yes, exactly. Because wouldn't you know, life changes. You always want to build flexibility into what somebody's doing, so that they're not locked into a certain position. Maybe from a tax perspective, doing something that is going to affect them in a tax perspective that is not initially they weren't aware of that. So you have to encourage somebody to look at the big picture.
I love that term flexibility. For those of us who, all of us want some flexibility in our finances, right? Because when we think of finance and we think of planning, we think of constraints. We think of we think of what we shouldn't do. But you actually are recommending that you help clients create a framework, a plan that gives them flexibility. So it's like those jeans that those new jeans today that kind of flexes, gets what's the term, kind of not get larger, but you can, as you do you can run with them, you can do, those jeans, right? I don't know what they call them.
Yeah, the custom fit, I think. How about that?
Yeah, yeah. I think of flexibility. That is so awesome. So you help clients make smart money decisions. You do it within the context of a plan, and it's a plan that is flexible. And that I think I also heard you say that is also customized, right?
Yes, and this, Patrice, I got this from someone else, but it seems to make sense that if you were shopping for clothes, you can always buy something off the rack, and maybe it'll work, for what the purpose is at that point. But if you really want something special, you'll go and look for clothing that's been tailored to that person, and so we have off the rack products, if you want to call it that. But if we really want to customize them, well, then we need to know what the plan is that we're trying to achieve, and that's where I think we do our best work.
Oh, I love it. So, Jay, give me a success story. Give me a story of somebody who you felt that this customized, this flex plan, the idea of a smart money making decision, how you were able to come alongside and bring this process to play, and the impact it had on them, on their lives or their finances.
Well, Patrice, this is where I fall down. I'm not good at tooting my own horn very well, but I'll tell you one just from this year that was very endearing. We've been working with a couple, a husband and wife, for quite some time in this planning that we're discussing, planning to help them achieve what for the two of them, for their family. And because of the fact that they've seen the value in what this is doing, the husband actually brought his mother into a meeting because of the fact that in her 90s, she's concerned about whether the family, or how the family is going to be treated when she's not here. And lo and behold, the answer was, well, let's make a plan to this. And part of the surprise of this is that the mother came in with one of her, or I guess her only daughter, and her daughter has a special needs son. And the special needs son, in this case, there's been no planning that if mom's not here, how is the special needs son, how's that going to be taken care of? And so we've gotten attorneys involved to do special needs trust and the wills. So all of it just stemmed from the very fact that the conversation began with, let's begin with planning, and then it just broadens from there.
I love it. I love it. What I like about that, for somebody to bring their mother to the table, that means that you impacted them deeply. And for a mother to bring her daughter and her grandchild to the table, I mean, they're impacting generation, which makes sense, because when you're talking about planning, right? you're really dealing with it's beyond just that one person's lifetime, right? A lot of what you do impacts the children, the grandchildren, and beyond. Would you agree?
Yes, sometimes it's referred to as generational planning, but yes, exactly. We're not we're focusing on the individuals today, but uh, with with God's good grace, those generations may go on for years and years. And if in the right planning is done, right planning with the education, right? You've got to have the knowledge along with the tools. And so those two together can carry on for generations to come. Yes.
Well, Jay, so this was the first year as a member of the community. How has this community impacted you and your business this first year?
Well, Patrice, first of all, I say thank you so very much for introducing me to the Nehemiah business community and the business life cycle. You know, I've told friends and family that I went back and got my master's in business, but the business community life cycle it's not the theory, it's actually the practical. Let's talk about what it means to start a business, to run a business, and all the phases. I wish I would have been introduced to the Nehemiah business life cycle. Maybe I wouldn't have taken the MBA. Maybe I just would have come here instead, because it's just been so rich with information, and to hear stories of others who have been and are at different stages, to hear stories from that just makes it so much more rich to be able to hear from others.
Wow, wow. So, and then I think what one thing you're not saying also is the fact that it aligned with your faith, right? The biblical framework integration was probably what you even found even so valuable.
Well, the whole idea of a kingdom business, that's a term that isn't used as often or maybe as much as I would like to hear. And the very fact of tying that into a kingdom business to serve the purpose of why we are here, what brings us every day to the marketplace. If it's just to make money, okay, I guess there's lots of people doing that, but making money with a purpose of helping others, and that's where I think the kingdom business really falls very nicely together.
Oh, I love it. I'm thinking, have you heard of the Timothy plan? And does your because I'm thinking that for Christians who are in this, does your firm have any arrangement with the Timothy plan at all in terms of the value based investing, biblically based
Uh,
investing?
I can't say that I've heard of the Timothy plan, but right now, no, I don't know if we have anything directly connected with them or not.
We may want to do some relationship because a lot of Christians who are in the area. By the way, Jay is based out of Vancouver, Washington. He serves clients all over the country, but he's physically based out of Washington. So it'd be good to introduce you to that team, so that way for Christians who may want to look at their investment from a biblical perspective, that you might be a resource for them in the area, because I'm not sure they have too many people in this area, and then it might be a win-win there. Actually, that just came to my mind. Um, so, Jay, what first motivated you to join the community? You've been in business for a long time. Um, what motivated you, and why now?
Oh, Patrice, that's such a great question. Well, I might turn that around. Where have you been, Patrice? I've been looking for you all these years. But I think really it's at a point in time of life of really, looking for direction, wanting to make impact, and not just
Mhm.
it's there. There's more to it than just, as I say, just the dollar signs. It's like, how can we make an impact and be relevant to clients, that with what we're doing, that they can see the value in that. And I think that's where, again, the Nehemiah business community, it's really been of help to hear stories from others of how we can help others achieve their vision for the future.
I love it. So as people are watching and listening, it's Members Month, and help me out here, make a case. So why should people watching and listening? Why should you run now to their emails, their phone, go to the website, and become members? What's your best case you can make for it?
Well, again, I'm going to steal this from someone else, but the whole, I think the definition of insanity, just doing the same thing and expecting different results, no, if you want different results, then you're going to have to learn what it means to make those results happen in a way that you're wanting to use it to God's glory. And I don't know if you can just do that on your own.
Oh, I love that. Jay, as we land this plane, let's talk about your business. So people are watching and listening, and so and they're wondering, okay, I'm not sure if I need what he has. So you talked about smart money making decision. You talked about financial planning that's flexible, that's customized. You talked about doing it generationally. So who should call you? So talk to us a bit about who in our audience should reach out to you if they need your help. What kind of people are you looking for? Give us a profile so that somebody listening right now will say, that's me. Right now, I'm going to reach out to Jay.
Well, Patrice, this question has come up before, and I guess I'll answer the same way. It's almost like a dating arrangement as far as looking if there's a good fit between the individuals that you're talking with, because we work with individuals of we've got professionals, doctors, lawyers, we've got those that are in the trades, and what makes it for me enriching is that getting out of bed is that you've got someone every day you're looking forward to working with, because we really are a resource to someone, and the resources we have, maybe at different levels, we can offer those to individuals at whatever stage they are in life. And so,
oh wow,
maybe I'm doing it all wrong by I don't slam the door on anyone, I guess. But
okay, no, that's good. So here's what I'm hearing you say. Hey, if you're hearing this and you're looking for guidance on how to make better smart choices with your money, get a financial plan that's generational, that's flexible, that's customized to your situation. Somebody who will care about you from where you are, without bad judgment. They can reach out to you. You want to be able to help them. Is that what I'm hearing you say?
yes, thank you, Patrice. You say it so much nicer than I do. So thank you. That's perfect. I love that.
But they have to be in America, right? Because you're regulated. Now, if they're not in America, they can still call you, because you may, based on their asset level, you may have some creative things you can do with them. Am I right?
Yes, that is correct. I would say most clients are U.S. citizens.
Yes.
Again, the connection I have with Mexico just it helps a little bit.
Unless it's Mexican. His wife is from Mexico. That's why he's saying that.
Patrice, what I might just add, just one other thought to this, because with the business owner or the business community we work with, which ties in again so nicely with the Nehemiah community, is the idea when somebody is starting a business, and I got this from somebody else a long time ago, is also to be thinking, well, how do you plan to get out of the business?
Oh, that's good.
And well, and again, not to keep pounding the same drum here, but it's all about the planning. Is planning, because and this gets into a whole nother discussion of tricks and techniques, or techniques as far as how can one effectively pass a business on to the next generation and do it in such a way that it benefits everyone. And so
I love it.
It's a higher level of planning, but to the business community, it's really something that gets overlooked, I think, in the big scheme of things.
Yeah, and for those listening, our audience who understand the business life cycle, essentially what Jay's saying, no matter what stage you are in the life cycle, whether it's discovery or succession exit, he can help you, right? Because while you're trying to think through the business, there's a personal finance and estate issue you got to think through. Right, he can be a great resource for you. Reach out to him. Jay, how do they get in contact with you? Somebody listening and watching say, hey, I want to reach out to you, Jay. How do they contact you?
Oh my goodness. So we've got emails, we've got phone, we got text message, just about every way.
So give us your email and give us your web address.
So the email address, pretty simply, it's first name Jay last name Gilberg with a G, Gilberg at nm like NancyMary.com. So j.gilberg at nm.com. And the web address is actually jaygilberg.com if you want to go to the web address, or then phone number directly here is 360-949-1311.
Oh, I love it. And that's right there on the, if you're watching this by videos, right there on the screen. It's also on the chat. Team, please put in the chat as well. Listen, so if you need help with your finances, making smart money decisions, financial planning, customized, flex, and generational, you go to j.gilbert@mn.com. I'm sorry, nm.com, j.gilbert@nm.com, or you can go to jaygilbert.com. That's his website. You can learn more about Jay. Jay, you also give us a phone number. You want to repeat that again, please?
Yes, phone number 360-949-1311, and that's direct here to the office.
Also, one more time again, please.
Yes, 360-949-1311.
Listen, I'm not sure who may be helping right now in your finances area. I've met very few people that can be trusted as much as this man. He's almost honest to a fault, right? And that's the kind of guy you want to come alongside you in your finances. He's not gonna bait and switch you. He's gonna be honest with you, and he's gonna help guide you in your financial decision. For a man to bring his mother, the mother to bring her daughter and her grandchild, that says a lot. Listen, this is Members Month, a great month to get engaged and become. If you're a member and you're listening to this, watching this, right now, go log on to the community and get engaged, right? You can win several awards. Connect with Jay. You can find him in the community as well. Connect with him, send him a chat or a text. If you're not a member, a great month to be a member. Visit our website, NehemiahE-Community.com, NehemiahE-Community.com. There you can learn about the benefit of membership. You can start your membership, and you can begin your journey to connect with entrepreneurs like Jay and many others. We have over 4,700 members from around the world that you can connect with. All of them are committed to building kingdom businesses globally. Jay, before we wrap up, somebody's watching and listening. They're an entrepreneur just like you, and they're maybe going through challenges. What's one advice you can give them? Give us one advice, Jay. Speak to entrepreneurs.
To the entrepreneur community, yes, Patrice. Again, I'm going to just take this from you. Is the very fact that you want to make sure you're focused on being sure that you're serving your clients, the clients as a servant leader. You want to serve your clients, and everything else just comes after that.
Oh, I love it. With that, let me pray for you. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord enable you to steward those talents that are under your care, and to steward them in such a way that one day you will hear those wonderful words, "Well done, good and faithful servant. You've been faithful over a few things. He'll now make you rule over much." God bless you. Happy Thanksgiving for those in America. And by the way, share this with others on your Facebook page, on your LinkedIn, on all your social media platform. God bless you. Thank you again. Thank you, Jay.
Thank you, Patrice.
All right.